Working on CSV files. Here CSV means comma separated values. Comma separated values. First of all, we will know that what is a CSV file. See, the CSV comma separated values file is a simple flat file in a human readable format which is extensively used to store tabular data in a spreadsheet or database for sharing of data. Okay, what is this? Comma separated values file is a simple flat file in human readable format. In human readable format means it means that it is a text file. It is not a binary file, it is just a text file which is extensively used to store tabular data. Tabular data means the data which can be stored in a tabular format. Okay. Say for example, in Microsoft Excel we always store data in tabular format. Okay, that type of data we can store in CSV file. Okay, in a spreadsheet or database for sharing of data. Suppose we are in a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet means Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet software, and database is also a spreadsheet. Database also contains data in tabular format. Okay. A CSV file stores tabular data, numbers and text in plain text. Plain text means text file. Understood? Now, files in the CSV file format can be imported to and exported from programs that store data in tables such as Microsoft Excel. What it does, what it helps, CSV format can be imported to or exported from programs. Means if we have created some file in, say for example, in Microsoft Excel in a spreadsheet software, then that data can be exported in CSV format. It is possible. Okay, if we have saved some file in Microsoft Excel, then we can save that file in CSV format also. There is option. If we go to file save as menu and then file type, in file type there are list of file types. There you will find CSV file also. Okay, in CSV file format you can save file and then you can export or import data from. Also, if some data is available in comma separated values in a text file, okay, then that text file can also be imported in Excel format. We will give you some example also here. See, a CSV file data is there. We can move the data in a spreadsheet also and in also database, and again we can import data from database in CSV format. In the same way, Excel format data can also be reviewed in CSV format. This is two-way. Okay, see, first of all we will know that what are the features of CSV file. Each line in a file is known as data or record. In CSV file, first let's see the example. Let's see a glimpse of CSV file. We want to show you what is a CSV file. See, this is the example of CSV file. Okay, see, each and every data is separated by comma. This is known as comma separated value. And here each line, each row is known as record. Okay, each row is known as a record. So many records we can put in separated files. Okay, now this data can automatically be stored in Excel file in this format. We will explain you everything. Okay. Now, see, features. We are learning features. Each line in a file is known as data record. Each record consists of one or more fields. Fields means if we are saving different data in a particular record, then these data is known as fields, separated by commas, also known as delimiters. Comma is also known as delimiter. Okay. Each of the record is also a part of file. Each of the records means file contains all the records, and each record constitute a part of file. Okay. Tabular data is stored as a text in a CSV format file. The use of comma as a field separator is the source of the name of this file format. Means because each and every element is separated by a comma, that's why this file format is known as CSV format file. Okay, it stores our data into a spreadsheet or a database. Okay, now what will happen, this data can be stored in a spreadsheet format or in database, or can be recalled in a spreadsheet or a database software. CSV stands for comma separated values, and it is used to store tabular data in a spreadsheet or database. Each record consists of fields separated by commas. Each line of the file is called a record. Why we use CSV file? We should know these things. CSV files are commonly used because they are easy to read and manage, small in size and fast to process or transfer. Commonly used because they are easy to read and manage, small in size and fast to process or transfer data. Why it is easy to read? Because it is available in plain text file, so any editor can read these files, and size is also in small size. Okay, and the processing is fast because transferring is fast here. Because of these salient features, they are frequently used in software applications. Many software application uses this type of files, so comma separated files, ranging anywhere from online e-commerce store to mobile apps to desktop tools. Any type of softwares, mostly the software using these days, most of the softwares are using this CSV file. It may be online e-commerce software, mobile apps, it may be desktop tools. Okay, desktop software is there. Here we are giving you example that Magento is an e-commerce platform, e-commerce software platform, is known for its support of CSV file. Okay, mostly use for almost every type of data it uses CSV file. Okay. OMG, how do I organize this data? These data are like this. Now what happened? CSV can organize all this data in separate files. Now it is happy. So many advantages are there offered by CSV files. First, CSV is faster to handle, smaller in size, it is easy to generate and import into a spreadsheet or database. It is human readable and easy to edit manually, is simple to implement and parse. Simple to implement and parse, is processed by almost all existing application. Almost all existing application can process. Now, how we can use this file in Python? File handling, CSV file handling in Python. For working with CSV files in Python, there is an inbuilt module called CSV. Okay, there is a special module which is having the name CSV, and this module we have to import in our program to use these CSV files. It is used to store, read, write tabular data in CSV format. CSV module and can handle CSV files correctly regardless of the operating system on which the files were created. Okay, CSV module is so much capable that it can work on any type of operating system. Okay, and the file is creating in any or using any of the operating system, this CSV module can handle those CSV files easily, okay, and correctly. Therefore, to perform read and write operation with CSV file, we must import CSV module. How we can import? Just we have to write import CSV. Very simple. Now see how to read from CSV file. Some different type of commands are there, functions are there. Okay. See, What are those functions, those commands? Reading from CSV file. Reading from a CSV file is done using the reader object. There is an reader object. Okay. Using this reader object, we can read CSV file. This creates a special type of object to access the CSV file, that is known as reader object, using the reader function. Okay. Using this reader function, we have to first create the reader object. Then we can use the CSV file. Okay. Using reader function, we have to create reader object, then we can use CSV file. What is this reader object? The reader object is an iterable that gives us access to each line of the CSV file as a list of fields. Reader object is iterable. Iterable means one by one we can access each and every record, each and every data. Okay, just like a list of fields. Yes, means reader object allows us to access each line of CSV file as a list of fields. Okay, CSV file as a list of fields. Now see, before writing the program, enter the student details in spreadsheet and save this file as a student.csv file. Now, to use this reader function, what we have to do? First, we have to open an spreadsheet software, say for example Microsoft Excel. Open Microsoft Excel and create a student.csv file. Okay, student.csv file means we have to put some data in Excel sheet, and while saving the file we have to select CSV comma separated values from file type and then give the name as a student. Okay, this file will be saved automatically as CSV file. Or we can open the notepad. Same thing we can do using notepad, and then enter the data, type the data, okay, and then save the file as student.csv, which will be equivalent for the student.xls shown in the next slide. We are showing this in the next slide. See what we have to do. Either we can do this method or this method. Okay, or this method. Any one method we have to do. Open Microsoft Excel, type the values like this, do no formatting. Okay, do nothing, no formatting. Just go to file menu, then save the file, save as, and then give the name student and select the file type CSV. Or if you are not finding the CSV format, then what we have to do? We have to open notepad. Okay, and here we have to type the data like this, exactly like this. Okay, see here, exactly like this. We have to type the data in notepad, and while saving the file we have to give student.csv. okay, we have to write .csv. CSV we have to give. What is the name? Student dot CSV. This type of file we have to save. Okay, while saving the file. See the practical implementation on CSV files. Okay, before doing any of the practical events, first create this CSV file, student.csv file. Okay, see, program to read the contents of the student.csv file. Here simple program is given here, how to read a file, CSV file. Just give this import CSV. We have to write import CSV, then open the file in read mode in the F handle. Then here using the reader, how we can use the reader? CSV.reader we have to give, and within bracket we have to give file handle. Okay, and this will be all the data will be read in the rows, and then one by one using the for loop we can print each row of the file, student.csv file. See the output. This will be the output. Okay, name, class, marks, like this it will show in the list type. Okay, this happens only due to reader function. Reader function help us to read the file, CSV file, in a list type. Now see how to read the program contents using open. using with open. Okay, there is one command with open. Using this with open, we can read the file. See how we can read. First we have to import CSV, then with open. Okay, what we have to give? With open student read mode as F file handle के रूप. Okay, and then rows equals to CSV dot reader F. Same command. Then record is given as text, and a row R in rows. For loop, using for loop we can access each and every row, and we are appending each row in a list. Okay, list type data, REC record, appending each record in list type data, and then displaying the record. You can notice that here we have not given any file dot f dot close function, because the with function is capable of closing the file when this with function is over. Okay, see the output. This is the output. Same output will come because we are using reading the file with open function. Now, program to count the number of records present in student.csv file. How many records are there? We have to read the file using the function. This is the command program, and it will count total number of rows. See, import CSV file is been open in read mode. Then using the reader, we have read the file or rows, all the rows in the rows. Then what we have to do? We have skip. We have using next function. There is one next function in Python available to read the next record of the file. Why we have used this next record? To read the row headings. Okay, there is one record in the student.csv file which contains the row headings, so we have to read the row headings in columns. Okay, then counter we have started from 0 using for loop. In the rows we are going one by one, and counter is counting one by one, and it is displaying the total number of records. See, this is the output. Number of records are 10. Total number of records are 10. You can count. Okay, you can count here total number of records. Now program to print the records in the form of comma separated values instead of list. Okay, previously when we read the file and display the data, it displays the data in the list type, list enclosed in square brackets. Now we are displaying the data in comma separated file, like a comma separated data. This is the program. Import CSV f open student.csv in read mode, and then using the reader we have read all the records. Now using the for loop we are getting one by one row, and using the join function, okay, each and every word or each and every data is separated by comma. Now closing the function. See, this is the output. It will show you like this. Each and every element will be displayed using the comma. Okay, now program to search the record based on student name. Suppose we want to search something in the record file, then this function, this program is very much helpful. Okay, again we have imported the CSV module, and then open the file in read mode, and then using the record reader function we have read all the records, and here we have asked the user to input the name of the student to search. Then name is given here. Then what happened? Then in each rows we are finding the name. Here we are comparing each name with the name inputted by the user. Okay, now if it is equals to, if it is found, then it will be displayed, and then program is closed. See, the output will be displayed like this. Enter student name to search. Jatin we have given, and Jatin is found. Okay, and the record is displayed. Now writing to CSV file. We have come to writing the CSV file. To write to CSV file in Python, we can use the CSV writer. Now there is one function in CSV module, that is writer module. For reading there is reader module, and for writing there is writer module. Okay, this writer function returns a writer object that converts the user data into a delimited string. Delimited string means each value will be separated by comma. This string can later be used to write into CSV files using the writerow function. Okay, using writer we have to obtain a writer object. Okay, using writer we have to obtain a writer object, and then using the writerow function we have to write each and every row in the CSV file, and it will automatically convert the data in comma separated values. See, the writerow method allows us to write a list of fields to the file. The fields can be string or numbers or both. Also, while using writerow, we do not need to add a new line character or other EOL character. If we are using writerow function, there is no need to display or use end of line character. Okay, writerow automatically does it for us as necessary. Okay. See some more practical implementation. Now we are going to create a file marks.csv file using the writerow method. This is the program. See the program. We have imported CSV module, then fields. We have separated the fields like this. 4 fields we have taken: class name, year, marks. Then rows, according to the fields we have arranged all the rows. 5 rows we have taken, and total rows are enclosed in single quotation, that is a string type. Okay, and within a square bracket means list we have created here. Now file name we have chosen as marks.csv. then this file is open in write mode. Okay, one more column we have added here, new line equals to blank, because new line it automatically takes as \n, \r, \n. Okay, end of line character. We have to remove those end of line character because we are using writer function and using writerow function. This writerow function take care of all these things. Okay, using the with function we have opened the file marks.csv file in write mode. Okay, and file handle is f. Now see, using writer function we have created one object, writer object, and this writer object is used to call the function writerow function. Okay, writerow function here, and we have saved fields. Fields means the name, class, year, or marks, and then using for loop, how many rows are there? Using for loop we have written the rows one by one using the writer object. Once it is completed, it is displayed, file successfully created. This output will come, and when we try to open this file marks.csv file, it automatically opens in Microsoft Excel. You should try. It automatically opens in Microsoft Excel, and the data will be displayed like this, not in comma separated values, but it will display in a tabular format. If you want to see the file in like this in notepad in a comma separated value, then you have to right click on the file, and then you have to use open with option, and there you will find notepad. Click on the notepad, then that file will be displayed like this. Okay, using this program we have created this file. Now one more function is there, that is write rows. See the one additional s is there, write rows. Previously we have used write row function, not s is not there. Okay, everywhere, but this time write rows function. Okay, here we have used for loop. To write each and row one by one. This can be done at one time in one go using the write rows function. How we can do? In previous program we have used for loop for writing data row wise into the file using writerow method. We can avoid using for loop we can avoid, and we can write all the rows or records in one go using the writerow function. This can be done by using writerows method, and writerows method writes all the rows in one go, so need not to use for loop or iteration. How we can do this? This is the program example. Okay, the same program is there, but we have here used write rows function. See, Same import fields are there, rows are there. Okay, file is there, marks.csv file. Open the file in write mode. Okay, same. Okay, now writer object we have created wr, and using the writer object we have use the writerow function. First we have retained the fields, and then using the writerows function, s additional s you can see here, to write all the rows at one go, all rows, and this message will be displayed, all rows written successfully in one go. And the file marks.csv file will be created same as created in the previous program, same like this. Okay, now this chapter is finished. File handling, we have given you some assignments. You have to do these assignments. Thank you.